Hey everyone, welcome to Fluent Speaking Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex.
We are so happy you are here with us today. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps our channel grow. And if you have been with us before, welcome back. We love having you here.
We really do. Okay, Emma, let's not waste any time. What are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about future goals, how to talk about your dreams, your plans, and your ambitions in English. This is such an important topic because people ask about your goals all the time, in job interviews, at school, with new friends, even on first dates. So, what are your plans for the future is one of the most common questions in the English language.
And yet, so many English learners freeze when they hear it. They know exactly what they want to say in their heart, but they don't have the right words or the right structures to say it clearly in English.
Exactly. So today, we are going to fix that together. We will look at useful vocabulary, different ways to talk about goals, some real-life role plays, and we will share some of our own goals too, because we think learning feels better when it goes both ways.
Let's jump right in. Emma, what is the simplest way to talk about a future goal in English?
The simplest and most natural way is to use the phrase, I want to. For example, I want to travel more this year. I want to improve my English. I want to find a new job. It is simple, it's clear, and every level of English speaker can use it comfortably. But here's the thing, I want to is just the starting point. As your English grows, you want to have more options. So let us look at a few more structures together.
The next one is, I'm planning to. This one sounds a little more serious than I want to. It suggests you've already thought about it and you're moving toward it. Like, I'm planning to start a business next year, or I'm planning to move to a new city in the spring. There's a real sense of intention behind it.
And then there's I'm hoping to, which is a little softer. It means you want something, but you are aware it might not be completely in your control. Like, I'm hoping to get a promotion this year. You want it, you're working toward it, but the final decision is not entirely yours.
That's such an important difference. I'm planning to move sounds like the decision is already made. I'm hoping to move sounds like you want it, but you're not quite sure yet.
Right. And then we have I'd love to, which is warm and personal. It is a great phrase for conversations with friends or in casual settings. I'd love to learn a new language. I'd love to visit Japan one day. It shows genuine desire without sounding too formal or too stiff.
And one of my personal favorites, my goal is to. This one is direct and confident. It says, here is what I am working toward. For example, my goal is to finish my degree by next summer, or my goal is to run a half marathon before the end of the year.
So just to recap those 5 structures, I want to, I'm planning to, I'm hoping to, I'd love to, and my goal is to. Each one carries a slightly different meaning, and having all 5 in your vocabulary makes you sound so much more natural and expressive in English. Now, Alex, let's make it real. What are some of your actual goals right now?
Okay, I'll be honest. My goal is to get better at cooking. I am genuinely terrible in the kitchen right now. I once burned pasta, which I did not think was possible, so I'm planning to take a beginner cooking class. I actually looked one up last week, so it feels real this time. And I'd love to learn to play the guitar. I've said this for years and never done it, but I actually bought one recently, so I have no more excuses.
Wait, you bought a guitar?
It is sitting in the corner of my room looking at me every single day.
That guitar is your motivation. Okay, my turn. One of my goals is to read 1 book every month this year. I started in January, and I am actually keeping up with it, which I'm really proud of. I'd also love to take a short course in nutrition. I have always been curious about food and health, but I never made time for it. And I'm hoping to travel somewhere completely new before the year is over. I don't have a specific place yet, but I want that feeling of being somewhere totally unfamiliar.
I love all of those. Now, Emma, let's talk about short-term and long-term goals, because this is a really important distinction in English and in life.
Yes, short-term goals are things you want to achieve soon, this week, this month, or within the next year. Long-term goals are bigger, things you are building toward over many years, and the language we use can shift a little depending on which one we are talking about.
For short-term goals, we often use phrases like, I'm going to start exercising 3 times a week, or this month I want to finish that online course I signed up for. These feel close and actionable.
For long-term goals, we often use phrases like, someday I'd like to, or in the future I hope to, or eventually my dream is to. For example, someday I'd like to own a small home with a garden, or eventually I hope to build my own business. These phrases signal that the goal is real, but it lives further down the road.
And there is one more really lovely phrase for long-term dreaming. One day. One day, I want to write a book. One day, I'd love to live by the ocean. It is simple, a little poetic, and very natural in everyday English conversation.
Okay, let's do our first role play. This one is a job interview. I am the interviewer, and Alex is the candidate applying for a position. Thank you so much for coming in today. I'd love to ask you, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
That's a great question. In the short term, my goal is to build strong skills in this role and really understand the work deeply. I want to contribute to the team as quickly as possible. In the longer term, I'm hoping to grow into a leadership position, not because I'm chasing a title, but because I genuinely enjoy helping other people develop and do their best work.
That is a strong answer. What would you say is your biggest professional goal right now?
Right now, my main goal is to keep learning. I think the people who grow the fastest in their careers are the ones who stay curious and never assume they already know enough. So I'm planning to take on new challenges whenever I can, even the uncomfortable ones.
I love that. Even the uncomfortable ones. That is such a mature and honest thing to say in an interview. Okay, stepping out of the role play now. Listeners, did you notice the phrases Alex used? Things like, my goal is to, I'm hoping to, and I'm planning to. These are exactly the kind of expressions that make you sound confident and thoughtful in professional English conversations.
Let's do another role play. This one is a casual conversation between 2 friends.
Hey Alex, can I ask you something? You seem really focused lately. What are you working toward these days?
Honestly, I have been thinking a lot about my future recently. I feel like I have been going through the motions for a while. So last week, I actually sat down and wrote out some real goals. Not just vague wishes, actual plans.
Oh, I love that. What kind of things did you write down?
Well, one thing I want to do is get healthier. Not in a dramatic way, I just want to move my body more and eat a little better. My short-term goal is to walk for 30 minutes every day. That feels very doable.
That is very doable. What about bigger goals?
Bigger goals? I'd love to start saving money seriously. I have always been pretty loose with money, and I really want to change that habit. My goal is to save a fixed amount every single month, no matter what. And one day, I'd love to open a small cafe. I know that might sound a little crazy.
It does not sound crazy at all. It sounds like a dream that has been sitting with you for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. I do not know when or how yet, but I am keeping it alive.
And keeping the dream alive is so important. In English, we have a lovely phrase for that. I'm working toward it. It means the goal is real and you are moving in its direction, even if it's slowly.
I'm working toward it. That phrase has a lot of quiet strength in it. Okay, Emma, let's slow down now and look at some really useful vocabulary words connected to goals and the future.
Yes, let's do it. The first word is ambition. Ambition is a strong desire to achieve something, usually something big. You can describe someone as ambitious, which means they have big goals and they work hard to reach them. It's generally a very positive word. For example, she's really ambitious. She wants to launch her own company before she turns 30.
The next word is aspiration. Aspiration is similar to ambition, but it feels a little softer and more personal. It's often used for dreams that come from deep inside you. Like, my aspiration is to become a teacher and truly make a difference in people's lives. It has a kind of quiet, sincere feeling to it.
Then there's the word milestone. A milestone is a specific achievement along the way to a bigger goal, like markers on a road that tell you how far you've come. For example, finishing your first chapter is a milestone if your goal is to write a book. Running 5 kilometers is a milestone if your goal is to run a full marathon.
Milestones are so important because big goals can feel overwhelming. Breaking them into milestones makes the whole journey feel more manageable, and it gives you real moments to stop and celebrate along the way.
Another great word, commitment. Commitment means you are seriously dedicated to something. You are not just interested, you are all in. For example, learning a language takes real commitment. You have to show up even on the days when you do not feel like it.
And the opposite of giving up, there's a really useful phrase, stay the course. To stay the course means to keep going with your plan even when things get difficult or slow. When learning English feels hard, stay the course. Progress is happening even when you cannot see it yet.
And one more word, vision. Your vision for the future is the big picture. It's not a specific task, it's the overall life or situation you are working toward. My vision is to have a career that combines creativity and travel. It's broad and inspiring. Goals are the steps. Vision is the destination.
Let's do one more role play. This one is 2 students, maybe in an English class or a study group, talking about their learning goals.
So, we've been studying together for a few months now. What is your main goal with English at this point?
Honestly, my goal has changed a little bit. When I started, I just wanted to pass my exam, but now I actually enjoy learning. So my goal now is to feel genuinely confident speaking, not just in class, but in real situations, like talking to a stranger, ordering food, or watching a film without subtitles.
That is such a great shift from a test goal to a real-life goal.
Exactly. And I'm hoping to travel to an English-speaking country next year, so I want my English to be strong enough for real conversations, asking for directions, making small talk, understanding people when they speak naturally and quickly.
Those are the best kinds of goals because they're connected to real everyday life. What is one small thing you're doing right now to move toward that?
I started listening to English podcasts every day, even when I don't understand everything. I'm getting used to the rhythm and the natural sounds of the language. And I try to speak out loud, even just to myself, for a few minutes every day.
That is genuinely excellent practice. Speaking out loud, even when you are alone, builds the muscle. Your mouth learns the shapes of the words. Your brain gets comfortable putting sentences together under pressure. And listeners, that tip is for you too. Practice saying your goals out loud in English. Say them to yourself in the mirror. Say them to a friend. The more you say them, the more real and possible they start to feel.
Let's close with something really important. We have talked a lot about the language of goals today, but there is one thing that makes conversations about goals in English truly memorable, and that is being specific.
Yes, vague goals sound like this. I want to get better at English. Specific goals sound like this. My goal is to learn 10 new vocabulary words every week and use each one in a real sentence. Vague goals stay as wishes. Specific goals become actual plans.
And in conversation, when you share a specific goal, people respond differently. They take you more seriously. They ask follow-up questions. They sometimes even offer to help. Specificity is powerful in English and in life.
So when someone asks you about your future goals, do not just say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. Think about what that really means for you. What does success look like in your life? What genuinely makes you happy? Then put those exact things into words. My goal is to build a career where I can work from anywhere in the world. I'm planning to save enough to take a year off and travel. I'd love to be fluent enough in English to give a speech at my best friend's wedding.
That last one is so personal and so real, because goals are not just achievements on a list. They are the life you are building for yourself and for the people you love.
And speaking of building something, learning English is a goal. Showing up to practice episode after episode, even when it is difficult, that is commitment. That is staying the course. And we want you to know that we see that in you.
We really do. Now, question of the day. This is our favorite part every single episode. Today's question is, what is one goal you have for the next 6 months, and why does it matter to you?
It can be anything at all. A career goal, a personal goal, a health goal, or an English goal. Big or small, everything counts. Write your answer in the comments using this simple structure. In the next 6 months, my goal is to blank because blank. That structure will help you practice using today's language right away in a real and meaningful way.
We read every single comment. Reading your goals honestly makes our whole day. You inspire us just as much as we hope we inspire you.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. It helps other learners around the world find us. Share it with someone who is also working towards something meaningful. And subscribe if you have not already, so you never miss a new episode.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. Keep dreaming, keep planning, and keep going.
We believe in you. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Take care, everyone, and keep working toward that dream.
And one last thing before you go. Remember that every big dream started as a small idea. Every fluent English speaker started exactly where you are right now. The distance between where you are and where you want to be is simply time, practice, and the decision to keep going. So make that decision today. We will see you in the next episode. Take care.
That is the truth. Every single person you admire who speaks English beautifully, they were once a beginner sitting exactly where you are right now. They kept going, and so will you. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. One word, one sentence, one conversation at a time. That is how languages are built. That is how dreams become real. We are so proud of you for being here, and we cannot wait to see you grow. Until next time, this has been Fluent Speaking Podcast. Keep going.